Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Play action. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DJ Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Hamler now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll give to Williams, running right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Broncos at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
On first down, Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for the breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 37. Here's Williams to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Bilal Nichols there on the stop. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Boy, 4th and 2, this crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr going to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They begin the drive with Williams. They find some open field here, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They go play action now. Wilson. Finding Williams on the check down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This one swung out to Williams. That'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. Taking it right down Broadway. He will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Wilson. He's got him in, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Carr completes it, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone...
Touchdown, Broncos! K.J. Hamler, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos are back within a score. Wilson going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing his Carr on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might all stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. They're returning it. Here's Hamler. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over first and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now on second and 16, Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Touchdown! Javonte Williams from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, and it's complete to Adams. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
This one swung out to Williams. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Touchdown Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but and now here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.